The signs of a dysregulated brain that most women ignore. Number one, you can't shut your mind off, even when everything is fine. That you replay conversations, you plan constantly, you think ahead, backwards, sideways, and you just tell yourself, this is just how my brain is. And it probably is, but it's really a sign of a brain that's stuck on hyper alert. It never learned to power down. Number two, you're productive, but you're always tired. You get things done. You're the one that shows up. You're reliable. But underneath that, you feel depleted. You rest doesn't restore you, and vacations don't fix it, even if you take a vacation. If you take a vacation, you're probably the one planning it and doing everything, and so vacations still feel exhausting. This is one of the most ignored signs. Number three, rest makes you feel uncomfortable. You feel restless. You feel guilty if you're resting. You feel uneasy. Rest is almost feels unsafe. You may reach for your phone. If you're going to take a break, you're reaching for your phone just to do something because you can't be still with yourself. That's not a motivation issue. That's a nervous system that learned stillness wasn't safe. It's got to be busy. Number three, you're tired but wired at night. Your body is exhausted, but your brain doesn't want to shut down. Shutting down is a brain that's not in control. You may fall asleep because you're so quickly because you're so exhausted, but you don't stay asleep, or you're always in a very light sleep that's not restorative. That's one of the clearest signs of dysregulation. If you wake up in the morning after you've been in bed all night and you're still exhausted, that is definitely a dysregulated brain. Number five, you feel emotionally flat or overreactive. You know that the little things that shouldn't bother you, really, that set you off, you know they really shouldn't bother you, but they just set you off. You can get yourself all worked up just driving home from work and wondering what you're going to walk into when you get home. You'll imagine scenarios. You'll already be all tense before you even get in the door. And then you take it out on your children or your family, and then you feel really guilty about that. That's a brain that's on a hyper state of alert. You're not broken, you're just overworked and overwhelmed. So number six, you're fine but you still don't feel like yourself. This is a real subtle dysregulated pattern. You just feel off. You feel like you're just foggy, you're not even in the moment. um, Other people may say, you may say, nothing's really wrong, I just feel off. You'll dismiss it, you'll normalize it, you'll kind of push through it. It's a sense of disconnection. Disconnection is one of the earliest signs. Your brain's trying to get safe, and so it just gets disconnected. Number seven, you rely on willpower to get you through the day. So coffee, pushing, discipline, self-talk. You keep yourself functioning through effort instead of ease. Effort instead of ease. That efforting is just the way your brain wants to work. Ease doesn't feel safe, and willpower can mask dysregulation for years until it can't. Receiving, number eight, and probably the biggest one, and how it sabotages your life, is receiving feels harder than achieving, harder than working. So it's hard to sit back and receive the fruits of everything you've been working for, because that's changing. Your dysregulation doesn't like that. Receiving help from others, you're not a dysregulated, hyperactive, hyper alert, not active, but hyper alert brain doesn't want to receive. It wants to be in control. So you're good at holding things together, but ease, rest, support, success without effort, that just sounds so unfamiliar, and that just doesn't even sound right. It's not a mindset issue. It's a nervous system that's trained for survival, not safety. So the women it means, doesn't mean that you're weak either. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're broken, you're failing, or you need fixing. It means your brain has beautifully adapted to the situation that it has been in, but it just hasn't been retrained yet. Most of the women that I work with don't even realize that their brain is dysregulated because they're so high functioning. They're so high functioning until they're so exhausted, and then they become sick. And then they just want to get back to where they were, and they can't imagine that you can actually achieve with less stress and with much more ease. But when you have a brain that is not dysregulated, that's what happens. And you're able to receive a lot more. But exhaustion and overthinking and restlessness, I want you to know those aren't personality traits. They're just sign of a nervous system that never powered down. And that alone is powerful to know. And it's powerful to know that that can be fixed. I hope this is helpful. If you've been feeling this way, I hope, and I'll put some other videos down in the comments that maybe can help get a little more clarity on it too. I hope this helps. I'm Dr. Jackie. Have a great day.